भाई सुना है तेरी कंपनी में ओपनिंग है, प्लीज मुझे रेफर कर दे। कट। Asking for job referrals can be tough. At times, it can even ruin friendships. Is there a way that you can ask for referrals without being awkward, but at the same time without putting pressure on the person you are asking a referral from? Addressing the same problem, one of our students, Rupal, has created this brilliant UX design case study where she has created a solution of streamlining the process of giving and asking for referrals. Let's have a look.
I will quickly present my screen. Is it visible?
Yes.
Yes. So yeah, good afternoon, everyone. The problem statement comes up from a personal experience here. During COVID, when I was looking for a job and I almost waited for a year, and my network was really screwed up because it was COVID and we stopped talking to almost everyone. So that was the time, and it took, like, I was very hesitant to ask my friends who were already working, and it almost took a year for me to reach out to them and ask them ki, is there some vacancy or something. And that is when one of my friends told me ki, yes, there is a vacancy, and why didn't you approach pehle, and why didn't you ask me before? And that is when I got a job from employee referral. So when we were asked to prepare, when we were asked for a problem statement to work on, I decided I will try to simplify this process a little, where asking referrals is not a where it does not take for a person like me a year to approach people for referrals, right? So that is how the problem statement starts. People don't engage in the employer referral programs as much as they should, even after knowing the benefits of it. The goal is to understand this problem and solve it through design. So I was working as a I worked on this project as a UX UI designer, and project duration is October to January. Tools that I used was Figma, Adobe After Effects, Miro, and Procreate. The process that I followed for this problem was the most widely used and the standard one, design thinking process. This helped me structure my solution in a creative way. To start with, now I wanted to know, is this, since it came out of a personal experience, I wanted to know, is this something everyone is facing, or is it a generic problem, or is it only, did it happen only with me? So I did some initial research, and the outcomes were really shocking for me. 82% of the data shows that 82% of people find that employee referrals are the first, best amongst the all outsourcing alternatives for recruiting people. And also that candidate who is invited for an interview through referral has 40% higher chance of getting recruited than normal application wise. But even after this shocking data, when we see the but here, that only 42% of the professionals reach out to existing connections, and 40% of people shy away from networking. So this was the data that I got from initial research. And I also tried to do a little competitive analysis in the initial process itself, because I wanted to see if others are even investing time in solving this problem. Like, is it that big a problem that people are, there are competitors or not? And if there are competitors, what are the possible gaps? So I did the competitive analysis here. And based on that, the insights were that asking for referral is a manual task in almost all of my competitors. And then only one of them has a tracking mechanism, and that too we cannot post or refer here. So this one only has we cannot post here, which is one major important task. So tracking mechanism was not there in any of the competitors except one. And lastly, resume based profile was not an option. Everywhere we had to manually put our profile, create our profile, which was again a lot of time consuming task, right? So this were some of the insights that I got from initial competitive research. Then I wanted to understand the numbers and the actual user patterns, which is why I involved in primary research and did a proper survey. Again, here, the data that I got, the key insights that I found were that 80% of people were aware about employee referrals, but 65% of them were hesitant, and they get anxious when they ask for people or approach people for job referrals. And 80% of them believe that hiring through referral is a good idea. You can also browse through the complete research file here. I am not going to the details of it right now. Apart from that, then I moved on to user interviews, where I wanted to understand the why part of it and the actual user frustration as to why they are not involving in referrals. And the questions that were asked were somewhere like this. And these were the some of the user quotations that I found. I have the complete affinity mapping and the complete user quotes here. We can again browse through it later. The key insights that I found after user interviews was that it was not just the anxiety part or being hesitant, which was the problem here. There were other issues because of which people were not engaging in referral process, right? One of them was lack of networking, obviously. Second was the industry bias. People don't engage in referrals because they feel people only refer when they are from the same industry. For example, if I have done a pay after placement course, they would not refer me because I have not done a master's in design or something of that sort. So that was the industry bias there. And also there is unavailability of any tracking mechanism. This was one of the major reasons why people were not referring, both from the side of the referrer and the referee, because as a referrer, I have referred someone and I also don't have much idea clarity. तो फिर they keep asking me, तो उस वजह से मेरे को problem होने लगती है. And as a referee, person who's asked for a referral, they want ki why are they ignoring us? Why are they not telling us where our referrals has reached? So this tracking mechanism, visibility on the tracking part, was also causing another major hindrance here. So not just the social anxiety, but a lot of other pain points here, which were the reason. Based on the initial research, the entire research, I thought we will now make two categories of people for whom I will be solving the problem. And this is the whole research is summarized here in the form of frustrations and goals. For a person who's looking for a job, they are uncomfortable, hesitant, they're scared of ruining friendships. What if I ask, I was hesitant because मैं पूछ नहीं पा रही थी मेरी friend से कि can you refer me, because it was COVID and I did not talk to them for a year, and now suddenly I've come up and I'm like, can you give me a job? So that was something I was scared of. So this emotion is there. Then there is no concrete response from people, and premiums are costly where you get more visibility. But then to get this more visible thing, we have to pay 1,400 per month on LinkedIn, right? So these were some of the frustrations, and these were similar goals through which I can try solving these problems. Then from the side of the person who wants to refer, they cannot trust strangers. What if somebody is asking for a link from LinkedIn and I don't know them personally? How will I refer them? Depends on, it hampers my goodwill, right? So that was one of the issue. Requires a lot of networking, cluttered with job referral requests. So these were some of the frustrations from the end of the person who wants to refer. So these were the research and the defining part of it. Post that, I moved on to the user flow, where we actually decided on how the app would function. I would not go into the details of it right now. This is basically the sketch as to how my app would function and try to solve this problem. Next, we moved on to card sorting, where we categorized the features into certain themes. The complete card sorting is here, and we can go on the link to check out the complete card sorting. Post that, we went on to information architecture, where we tried to sort the findability and accessibility part of the features that we are going to include in the design. And then I moved on to ideating about how the actual screen should look like. So I started with basic sketching that I did on Procreate this time, to brainstorm on how I will try to solve this problem through design. So these were some basic sketches that I prepared initially. Then we moved on to mid-fidelity wireframes. Here the basic app structure was decided. And post this, this is basically how now we can browse through the various screen iterations. So I did 4 iterations here, and I tried on creating the wireframes 4 times after complete reviews from mentors. Suppose that this is just a visual element here, where we can see how a wireframe looks and how a UI design would look. for the same screen. Then we move on to the design system where I talk about the logo here. I have used sharing icon as the logo here because this app is all about sharing your resumes, and this is the best thing that can explain what I am trying to do in the app. The color and typography that were used are basically blue and black and white. The main element, the primary color here is blue because this is when we talk about something formal, it's blue, and that is why I wanted to keep everything like the main part of it as with blue color because this gives a formal touch to the design. The font that I used was Poppins. Again, did not want to play with different kind of fonts because I wanted to keep this entire app design very, very formal because it's about recruiting. These are the basic design components here. When we move on to the final UI design, this is how it looks currently. I have the prototype link as well, but this is how I've tried to put on the annotations, and I've categorized it flow wise. So this is the referee flow here. Where we log in, we get an option where I would like to refer or I want a referral. So we can choose whether we want to refer or we want a referral. Then we move, when we click on I want a referral, we get the option of design, like creating a profile through resume or manually. We choose either one of them. When we do it through resume, we already get the screen where the data is already like fetched here, and we can either edit it or continue with the same data that has been fetched through resume. When we do the entire thing, where we go ahead, click, and continue with the data that has been fetched, this is the main screen that we get. And here we can so here I have kept it very simple in the form. The whole building a conversation idea has been reduced here with just a swipe. If you want a referral, you just swipe, and the person who is going to refer you will get a referral request. So that is how the whole thing works. This works on the basis of just swiping right or left. So that is how you don't have to engage in long conversations where you have to like ask them ki, hi, I'm this and that, and you first build a connection and then you ask for referral. So that whole process is gone here because here in this platform, asking for referral is the norm. So we go ahead, we see the full, if we say we have to view the full profile, we come here, we see the full profile, like the job type, criteria, skills required, and the full job description here. Now this icon, when you see 7 out of 10 skills matches, this helps the person who wants to refer because this gives them the initial screening as to whether this person is a good fit for the organization or not, because this shows how many skills are matching, right? So this is how the screening part of it is covered. And then we move ahead. When we select, we get that it's a match. Now this is a flow where the person wants a referral, right? This is the person who's asking for a referral, and they got a person matched with person from Skit who wants to give them a referral. So this is how they have matched. We can either message them for further discussion or we can browse through more jobs. Now the onus is on the other person to refer them, right? So this is the message screen. Now we go to the tracking flow here, how the tracking system works. For example, you have matched with somebody, right? So here what you can do is you will see this screen where these are the like companies you have matched with. Now you can open one of them and you will see a small data here which shows where your referral has reached. But when you click on the detailed view, when you click on this card, you get a detailed view here which tells you referral sent, matched with hiring criteria, interview in progress, and approved or rejected. So this is how the referral works. Now I will tell you how the exact functioning of it works through the prototype. Now this is the similar referral flow. I will not go into the details of it because you will understand it better in the prototype. When I click on the prototype here, so we log in. I want a referral. Create profile with resume. Continue. This is the fetched experience. Continue. This is the skills part. You can always add the skills if you want. You can cut the skills from here if you don't want them. Continue. You have the option of either using a profile picture or not. So even if you skip, you go ahead. So this is how the profile has been created, and we can now get started. So as a person who wants a job, as a job seeker, you see this profile where somebody has posted, Nitish Kumar has posted this job, and you see the job for like vacancy for conversation designer here. I want to view the full profile. Now I've read this all and I have selected it. It's a match. I message the referrer. I go ahead. Now, when I move to, this is how the job seeker sees the profile, right? When I move to the profile part here, I get the option of switching. Now I want to switch as I have got the job and I want to switch as a referrer. So I can do that within the app itself. I can just go to my profile and switch to referrer. Now I would like to refer. I get the option of creating the job through job description or manually. Here I've used the manual side of it. As soon as now there is a catch here. So I got this problem or blocker where people told me that what if there are multiple jobs for the same position? How will you tackle it? So as soon as I write the company name here and the job title here, and I click, oops, this job already exists. And would you like to merge? So we have to either merge it or go back. We have no other option. We cannot create a duplicate job for the same position, right? So I merge it. Now you've created your profile and you start referring. You get the screen of the job seeker here. You get to see their experience and everything, the skills that matches. You see their full profile, you select. Here you see their experience instead of job type now. And then you have education, skills and description. You select it, it's a match. As a person who wants to refer, you see this option of share resume now. This is the main task here. You share the resume. You click any of it here. You can share it in any job portal or anywhere in your personal company or anything you want to. As soon as you have shared the profile, right? Now, why would you want to put the tracking status here for the other person to see? So for that, what happens is as soon as you share the profile, you see a notification here which says updating referral status can help you make money. Now, this is the reason why you will update a referral status for the job seeker to see, because you can make money out of it. If you want to read about it, how can you make money? This is how you do it. This gives you a detail. Now, after reading this notification, you click on update referral status now. Here, you can update the referral status directly. You can put any of it, referral sent, matched hiring criteria, interview in progress, approved or rejected. You can put any of it and then update it. Now, here is another problem. In this scenario, I would not know whether the person has actually gotten an interview call and some random people can get money, fake it and make money out of it, right? So as soon as you update the referral status here as a referrer who's referring, you go, this is the screen that comes up for the job seeker. For the job seeker, he gets a notification here. Nitish Kumar just updated your referral status. Did you receive an interview call or not? Only if you say, yes, I received an interview call, we will give the referrers the money, the amount that they're going to get. If you say no here, that person doesn't get any money. So you say yes here, and that is how like the flow ends in this thing. Now there is another way I have tried to make monetize this entire design. There is one portion which is referrals. When you click on referrals, you will see there are a lot of companies who have liked you and who wants to refer you. You can see it in the blur. There is Samsung, there is Netflix, and you'll be like, oh my God, these companies wants to give me a referral. Now to see them and to be able to ask for a referral from them, you have to upgrade to premium. So this is how the flow actually works. Yeah, so that is it from my end.
Cool. Thank you for the presentation, Rupal.
I think we have already connected before a week. We can have before, so I pretty much know whatever you have created. So I do not have much comments on that because most of the things we've already sorted. But
Yeah.
I think I can definitely see the presentation. Overall visual presentation has improved a lot. So I
Yes.
think good work with the presentation, and visually the way you have shown up different sections is very good. The story is coming out very clean and nice. I think mostly screens is sorted. What I really like is that you have completed the entire flow of what happens when a referrer refers somebody, and when I has to get a referral, and how does the entire loop get completed. You have covered that. That's a very interesting thing. Second, what was new to me was also how you mentioned that if I update as a referral, as a referee, if I update the status of my referral, I get I can earn money. But if somebody doesn't want to misuse that, if the app wants to stop misusing that feature, it works both ways. That unless and until the one that gets referred also confirms that yeah, I have been referred, then only that entire process gets completed. So that use case that you have picked up is like really a cherry on the cake, because unless you think about that use case, it really feels superficial. But I think you have gone to the depth of it and created and closed a complete loop. So I think I'm pretty good. I do not have much to say. One of the reasons being that I have already seen that just a week back. But I would leave the floor open to Anuradha.
Thank you, sir.
So I think Rupal, yours is one of the case study which I really liked. And one of the major reasons were that you were able to, close all the loops. And you were, when you were explaining your designs, you were telling them what was the problem and how you countered that. So I think that was very relatable, and it was very good. So the way you presented was good. And thanks for such a nice presentation. There are few minor points which I just wanted to add. In competitor analysis, again, you should always add your product and what all features you are covering.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, so I think that would be a help. One thing more. You while you were presenting, you were saying कि I will not explain this. I will not tell this. So कभी भी ऐसे नहीं बोलना चाहिए. You should always say, in the interest of time, I'll skip this and move forward. Yeah, in the interest of time, I'll continue discussing this. Okay.
Oh,
So
okay.
when you're presenting it, your portfolio, and you're not covering certain section, so never say कि मैं ये नहीं कर रही हूँ. In the interest of time, we'll move forward. So it gives a better impression. So it's just on the presentation side. One thing regarding your designs, I wanted to ask that can you go to your portfolio? I had one question there.
Yes, yes, sure. Yes. Which part of it?
Clickable initially when yeah. You
Yeah.
log in, you create you update your job status.
Yes.
Just scroll a bit up more. Yeah, this one. This is conversation design. Just a bit up. Yeah, this one. So
Yes.
tell me one thing. How would you? There is a possibility that I uploaded my job profile and everything, and I get there could be that there are multiple jobs from multiple organizations. Say I have 3 jobs. Let it be what you said: Netflix, Samsung, Apple. From these 3 organizations only, I have a opening for a job of a say UX designer.
Right.
How those 3 jobs would be shown here? Because I have just uploaded my resume, and as a person who's seeking for a job, I need to have more options, right? I would like to have more options. So
Right.
वो problem कैसे आप solve करोगे?
If I understood your question properly, so here what is happening is we are swiping, right? As soon as we swipe right for it, browse more jobs ka option aata hai. So you get multiple job options here. And if you reject it, you will see the next job option here. I am not quite sure if I understood your question properly. बट दिस इज जस्ट अबाउट स्वाइपिंग, राइट? तो आप राइट लेफ्ट स्वाइप करते रहो, आपको आगे से आगे जॉब ऑप्शंस दिखते रहेंगे फ्रॉम डिफरेंट पीपल and from different options. Also, if you're talking about how I am trying to personalize it, or कैसे मुझे पता चलेगा कि मुझे कैसी jobs चाहिए, तो there is a filter option here through which you can personalize what kind of jobs you want to see. This filter again covers a lot of things here. I have not been able to create a proper UI for the filter itself.
Okay, so here the only I got your I got the point. So यहाँ पे मुझे जो मतलब the first impression which I got is कि मैंने अपना resume upload किया, I got all the things sorted, और उसके बाद जब मैंने post किया तो I got this job. अब मुझे यहाँ पे ये नहीं पता चल रहा किसी तरीके से कि और भी jobs available हैं, ठीक है? So उसके लिए either I put those 3 dots और somewhere मुझे ये इंडिकेशन हो कि अच्छा if I'm not happy with this this particular job profile, I can swipe and I can look at for another job. मुझे वो चीज कहीं क्लियर नहीं हुई इसमें, मतलब that was the only point where I was like कि अच्छा अगर इसके अलावा मुझे कोई और जॉब देखनी है तो so either you could put a 3 dots something like जो dots होते हैं जहाँ पे people knows to swipe, या फिर आप cards play कर सकते हैं, you put a card and an overlapping card, half cut card, something like this. So just think on those, and that's something which I thought was missing. Rest you completed everything. So
right.
ठीक है, वो एक चीज थी जो मतलब my feedback for you would be.
I actually wanted to know कि how can I show, I remember asking this to Mayur sir also कि sir give me ideas as to how can I show कि through Figma design कि वो swipe करने से उनको और jobs मिल सकती है, as in they can swipe here and there. So yeah, that was one idea, like ideation part that was left कि कैसे मैं show करूँ, but yeah, this really helped. I can use cards or I can show it on the, sir give me an idea कि हम उसको पहले ही information दे सकते हैं थोड़ा थोड़ा करके कि if you swipe right this happens, ऐसे करके जो initial information होती है ना वो present कर सकते हैं हम उसको, onboarding kind of.
हाँ, मतलब आई थिंक वो एक चीज वन टाइम ऑनबोर्डिंग है, लेकिन मेरा यहाँ पे जो प्रॉब्लम है वो ये है अगेन रूपल कि मेरे पास कन्वर्सेशन डिजाइनर की जॉब ओपनिंग और किसी भी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन से है या नहीं, जरूरी नहीं है ना skit.ai से ही है, हो सकता है कि आई हैव फ्रॉम से सैमसंग और नेटफ्लिक्स और एनी अदर, वो मुझे यहाँ पे पता नहीं चल रहा है, यहाँ पे मुझे सिर्फ एक ही ऑप्शन दिख रहा है ऑन द फेस. तो वो पॉइंट है ना कि अच्छा ठीक, आई नो इट्स अ वन टाइम लर्निंग फॉर द यूजर, बट वो कहीं ना कहीं मतलब दैट वुड बी माय फीडबैक ऑन टू कि वो चीज कहीं निकल कर नहीं आ रही कि और भी ऑप्शन, या तो जैसे जनरली जॉब साइट्स में क्या होता है कि नंबर ऑफ जॉब्स जो होती है वो लिखा हुआ होता है 10 जॉब मैचिंग योर प्रोफाइल, या तो ऐसा कहीं पे कुछ होना चाहिए, या फिर you have those 3 dots, your dot things where you keep on swiping and something like this. So think about those things. Rest for you, I think it was a very good presentation. I really liked it.
Thank you so much.
Just to add to what Anuradha said, I think she made a very valid point, Rupal, that explore jobs ke wahan pe bhi either you could change the title to maybe jobs recommended for you, and then also have a number of how many jobs are there, right? So this is what Anuradha is also saying, and I think she also gave another idea, very good idea, that agar ye bhi show karna hai ki there are more jobs, if you just swipe, there can be 2 ways, either a carousel like 3 dots or maybe using cards. तो एक कार्ड पूरा दिख रहा होगा, एक थोड़ा सा बस peek in कर रहा होगा, थोड़ा सा हल्का सा दिख रहा होगा. So those are the various areas you can explore, and yeah.
Okay sir, got it.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Rupal. Thank you, Anuradha.